Hey everybody, it's Tarina. How are you? I am live because I wanted to show everybody really fast how to use our brand new font transfers. There's a lot of unknowing how to use those transfers, and so I am here. Hi everybody. Sorry, I wanted to show the board, so not my face, sorry, so you can know exactly how I do this. And make sure that if you are here that you say hi. Hello, Miss Christy Lynn, how are you? I'm gonna just check in here really fast. How's everybody doing? It has been one heck of a week. We're getting ready for my son's wedding. So we're gonna leave tomorrow morning for that. Hello, Miss Ann, how are you? Hi, Rochelle. Okay, so first, a couple of things you're gonna need. Gotta have my handy dandy Chalk Couture cup with the water in it. I use the, what is this? I want to call it washi tape. It's not washi tape. No, it's this stuff. It's the new Chalk Couture placement tape. Placement tape. You're gonna want your chalk paste, obviously. And hey, babe, can you go get me my my apron off my desk? And I am going to be using, I need it real fast, please. Pretty, pretty please with sugar on top. I'm all kind of, okay, I'm all kind of crazy. I'm going to use the new brush font, which is amazing. I'm just going to use my last name because I had made that really cute bag for my daughter-in-law to be. She's going to be a Matthews on Friday. So I already have the letters already out. I have my, thank you, babe. Thanks. Say hey to the girls.
Hi, girls.
Kurt says hi. All right. So first thing I do, and it doesn't matter what I'm making, I always write out what I want to put in my wording, because it helps me to figure out how I'm going to space everything. So for this example, I'm going to go like this. Sorry, I know I'm going this way. Matthews, M-A-T-T-H-E-W-S. Then I'm going to, this is old school, like typewriter class, right? Hi, Nicole. How are you? Hi, Miss Desiree. So I'm going to find the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Divided by 2 is 4. So right here is the center. All right. So I'm going to get my tape measure out. I'm going to figure out where I want. Now these letters, the transfer itself, because we're going to use these guides, you want to make sure you have those guides showing. So you've got about 4.5 inches tall. Hi, Susan. So I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to make sure that the top of my, the top of my placement tape is at the bottom of where these, where the transfer pieces are. So I have to make sure that I'm no higher than this right here. But let's go like halfway down. We'll center this. So 8.5, so 4 1/4. Let's put it at like 5.5, just for giggles, okay? So I'm gonna put it right about here. And this is a trick that Kurt taught me when you're wanting to make sure that everything is level. Measure here first. So 5, just a little over 5.5. Oh, see, it's off. So this is right at 5.5. So I'm going to come up with this side, because you don't want your words to go eek. So you need to make sure that your placement tape is straight before you start inking or chalking or inking. So that's right at 5.5. Right, ooh, that's still a little off. Right there. All right. Measure twice, cut once. That looks pretty good. So 5.5. All right. So now we need to figure out. Now, and you notice I did not cut the placement tape because you could use this several times. So, and this is probably the 4th time I've used this piece. When it starts getting not sticky anymore, then I'll toss it. You don't want to waste not, want not, right? So we're going to figure out what half is. So this is 11.5. So 5.5, 5 3/4 is going to be the center. So that's right here. And you can mark it if you want. I'm just going to do that just for the heck of it. So right here is 5 3/4. That's going to be the center of my board. So we sorry. I didn't mean to make everybody dizzy. So we figured out on our piece of paper here that the halfway mark is going to be between T and H. So we work our way from the center out. And that's, if anybody saw my board that I posted yesterday, I did exactly this. This is exactly how I did it. I worked from my center out. Hello, Miss Mia. Hi, Mallory. How are you? All right, so we're gonna start with the T's. And now this is awesome because, you know, we always have the issue of how do we space for 2 of the same letters next to each other? Well, the little markers really help that situation. So I'm going to line up the bottom, and I try as much as I possibly can to keep the lines that I cut the transfer pieces apart as straight as possible. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get I have my water bottle, my chalk paste, and for this I'm just using white. Get my chalk paste. Sorry, my squeegee out. This is kind of thick, so I'm just going to spray a little bit of water. Get my tool. If you guys have not tried the new tool, this is amazing. I love it. It really gets into the nooks and crannies. If you don't have one, you need one. I really love these. I actually just bought a bunch of them so that I can have one for every color that I'm using. Or I have them for my classes so that everybody has their own to use. They're longer than the little stir sticks that I was using before. Okay, so I've got my paste here. Now, because I'm starting here, I'm going to actually even put the chalk paste over my little marks. Now remember, if you get it over the transfer, it's okay because it's just chalk. No big deal. We're going to clean that up. Pull off your transfer. There we go. I'm going to wash this off real quick because I need to use this again. I haven't used my kitchen in a while to chalk, so that I'm a little out of my zone. Okay, I'm gonna dry this because I'm gonna come this way. I'm gonna start this way and use the other center, which is the H. I am using a heat gun, but I'm using the cool version, the cool selection of the heat gun I don't want to heat it up too much because this is the porcelain steel, and I don't want it to peel any of my other chalk up. All right, so I am going to go to the right with this. I'm going to use the H. Oh yeah, the multi-tool is my favorite. Okay, so you're gonna notice that there's a little half circle here and a little half circle here. The idea is that you're trying to line this half circle and this half circle up close enough to make a circle. So when you kind of can see it. It doesn't have to be perfect, you just kind of see it. There we go. And you can move it further away if you want. It doesn't have to be right on top of each other if you don't want it to. And I'm trying to move this. Also, the brush font is supposed to look like handwriting. So they are going to overlap. Like your handwriting is going to overlap, okay? Now I don't want to do this side because we already are here, so I'm just going to start with these ones over here now. Just smoothing this on like I'm buttering bread. I think I might use a smaller squeegee. I've got some littler ones I've cut. There we go. Now I'm going to pull that up, maybe. All right, let me rinse this off real fast. Now I do want to, I have this little teeny tiny mistake right here. I want to get rid of that before I move on. Put a little water on it and get rid of it. Those of you that are new to Chalk Couture, look how simple that was. I got rid of that mistake right quick. Oh, there's Dee Dee. She knows I'm live, so she's getting her drink. She's so funny. For those of you who've seen my lives before, you know, my silly dog. Okay, so let's see, we're gonna go E. And this one actually might be over too far this way. I might have started a little too this way. That's my bad though. So again, I'm lining up those little circles, half circles. Using a tinier, this is a 1/4 piece of the small squeegee. And again, I'm gonna mark the right side of those little markers. And again, I want to reiterate, this is just chalk. If you mess up, just erase it if you don't love it. That's the beauty of Chalk Couture. And this brush script font is rather tiny as far as taking up space, which is kind of nice. And it went on really nice with that ink. Now with the ink, I did not use the markers. I just kind of eyeballed it, because obviously with ink it's permanent, right? So you can't use the markers when you're using the ink. I'm sure you could probably use like a quilter's pen. I know that those are water soluble. So if you were to use the marker, the little markers, and use a water soluble quilter's pen or sewer's pen, you can get those at the fabric store. And that would help you. But for chalking purposes, like the sign that I did yesterday, and this, we are using, okay. Still not used to the nails. I did get a little bit right there. Hello, Brenda. Hi, Angie. You know what? I bet you probably could, Donna, use the painter's tape for the markers. When I was doing the thing for my daughter-in-law, I actually did use painter's tape instead of this. I used the painter's tape because it stuck to the fabric. I didn't know if that would make this less sticky or not, so I just used painter's tape. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Okay, and so this is, ooh, I don't know if I could do this real fast. No, you can use the new tape with the new tape with the ink. I was saying I didn't know if I wanted to put this on canvas because I didn't know if the canvas would make this less sticky, and I already had a piece of blue tape out. So you could use this on the canvas. I had blue tape out, so it's fine. I was answering Angie's question. She said she was confused. But the thing is when you're using ink on fabric, you don't want to use these markers on your fabric because you can't get that off. Ink you won't be able to get off. So the guides you'd have, what Donna is suggesting is that you use painter's tape underneath the transfers in order to put the little guide marks on the blue tape. So wipe it on, drag it off. There we go. So now I'm going to go the other way, and I'm going to work backwards the other way now. So I'm going to do the T next. So now I've already used the T once. I just washed it off, so I need to dry it real quick. And if you are using a heat gun and you're drying off any transfer, make sure that you have it on the cool setting. Because if you hit this with heat, it will melt. You don't want that to happen. Okay, here we go. So this time we're not going to mark these guys, we're going to mark the ones on the left-hand side. Spread this on like I'm buttering bread. Drag off any excess. Pull that up. Look at that. That's pretty. Somebody at the bridal shower, when I gave her her bag, she goes, "Wow, who made that? Or where'd you get that done?" I said, "I made it." And she's like, "What?" So yeah, I love that the fonts make it look like your own handwriting. That's what I love about it. Hey Jessica, I am doing well. Crazy, but well. I'm back for one day, literally, and headed out tomorrow for my son's wedding. So, exciting stuff happening in our family. So again, I lined up that. Now I'm going to mark this and this one and do the A. And I'll reiterate that the brush script font supposed to look like your handwriting. So it does attach itself to the one letter attaches itself to the next. Look at that. That's pretty. Before I forget, I need to tell everybody there's a special for anybody wanting to sign up to be a designer. August 1st, there is a special going on if you sign up August 1st through August 31st. And I'll post more info on that, but that's going to be a fun one for anybody wanting to join my team. All right, one last letter. And I did get it over just a little tiny bit, probably too far this way. And I know what I did wrong, but it was because I was rushing. But again, it's just chalk. It's okay. And if I had to, I could erase it and do it again. Or I could add a little flower right there and make it look like I did it on purpose. All right, so I'm gonna shut this real fast. Yeah, this is, I think this is a Chalk Couture frame. It's a Chalk Couture board. It's one of the porcelain. I think it's a Verity frame. I'm pretty sure, almost guaranteed it's a Verity frame. The one that I did last night was a Claire. That one was my favorite. Love the Claires. So again, I'm just wrapping this up, saving it because it's still sticky enough that I can use it again. And then all I want to do is just put some water on a rag and get rid of the marks. You can use a Q-tip or whatever you want. And if you have not tried the new eraser boards, those are amazing. They really get off any leftover chalk paste. So there's no like ghosting. They look like magic erasers, but these are Chalk Couture I think they even work better for our boards. And there you go. What do you think? Looks like I just hand drew that. And again, you can go closer with some of these if you want. It's totally up to you. You can go further away if you want to. That's fine too. But that's how the marks on the new fonts are supposed to work. Thank you, Mal and Joyce and Renee, Angie. Good job. Yeah, that's pretty easy. And I think that the new marks really do make it go faster. Before we had the marks, I did a similar thing where I put the blue tape out and did the same thing, but now there's not a lot of guesswork. So the marks really make it easier to see where the next letter goes. So if anybody has any questions, make sure you pop them in the remarks down below. I'll be back and answer any questions that you got. Thanks, Donna. I know this was a question asked by a couple people in the designer group. If you ever have any questions, you know, just let me know. I can try to answer them for you or do something and show you how to do it. So if you are not a Chalk Couture designer and want to become one, like I said, we have a great special going on in August, and I'll be posting a flyer about that. The kit is $99, but you have an opportunity to get the cool pink backpack that we got at convention. It's really beautiful, and it's in the Chalk Couture pink with the black and white stripes. It's super fun. So anyway, we have lots of fun stuff over on our website. I pinned my website in the link. Just make sure that you go there and check out all the new fun transfers. So if you have any questions, again, one more time, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you. This has been Tarina with Create with Tree. That's me, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.